Welcome to Caravan of GLAM Presents on KPQR LP Portland, Wild Planet Radio.
Hey, it's Friday. That means it's time for the Caravan of GLAM Presents on Wild Planet Radio, 99.1 FM. We are in studio with...
Vivica, Valentine, Rose numbers 57. Hey, what's up, Booski? Justin, you look really cute today, by the way.
Wish I could say the same.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
If I had a heart, it'd be broken.
I'm going to have to separate you two. I'm Dawn Newton. We're here to entertain you and start your weekend off. It's Friday at Wild Planet Radio.
Yeah,
with the Caravan
Vivica
of
did
GLAM
not bring
Presents.
snacks either.
Yeah, well, what you did was worse. You brought in a bunch of vegan snacks.
Well, Sugar Pill's joining us later, so...
Well, she ain't here now, so where are my beefsteaks and melted cheese?
I'll go down to Plaid Pantry and get it.
Thank you very much, and I need my rock star, too.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting hour. Don't go anywhere.
This is Darcel 15, and you're listening to the Caravan of GLAM presented on Wild Planet Radio, streaming at wildplanetradio.com.
So, Vivica, what
That's
kind
awkward.
of what are some things that you know about Justin that you don't think we know about him? Miss Vivica Valentine.
I don't know. Like, I feel like Justin doesn't share all of his secrets that I would like to know about him because he knows that I would go tell everybody.
True.
Are you eating snacks from Alaska Airlines?
Airplane
Yeah.
snack.
Okay, here's the deal. First of all, at the parade yesterday, I didn't have any snacks in my purse because I forgot because it was way too early in the morning. I woke up at like 4:30 to get ready to be downtown by 8:30 in full high horse drag. People are like asking me if I have change and stuff, and I'm like, no, go away. But anyways, at the end of the parade, I walked back to like the hostess table in front of Embers where Patty Odora and Maria were emceeing. And Patty Odora had like handed me a handful of Alaska Airlines snacks because they gave her a bunch. Like I was famished. She could tell that I was thinning, and she worried for me, so she gave me some snacks. And by the way, these have you guys ever flown with Alaska?
Yeah.
Okay, so my Empress here, I fly with them continuously because, let's be honest, they're cheap as hell. So they're convenient, financially, but I always get a bag of those stupid, dry, nasty pretzels that taste
Right.
like little dog biscuits. But inside of these, it's dehydrated cranberries, the little sesame stick things.
The sunrise blend is what it says on the
Yeah,
bag.
and the dehydrated bananas. And it hit me. This is the stuff they're serving the first class people up front, them rich white people, while the fat Latina is in the back over a coach eating dry pretzels and asking for extra water to wash them down with, and they just glare at you and keep walking. So I feel very privileged right now.
All right.
Eating these.
So what about
Are there
Justin? Let's
peanuts?
get back to the original
Oh,
question.
Justin.
What?
Justin, what don't we know, or what do you want to know about Justin that he won't answer?
I want to know the truth about his gymnast skills.
How long have you known
supposed.
Justin?
Gosh,
Too long.
I feel like we've known each other too long, but I think realistically, we haven't known each other for more than maybe a year and a half.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe two.
So you
Two
and I
at the
just met
most.
an hour ago, and I feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah.
I avoided
yeah.
her. I avoided her for a long time.
He sure had.
I ran when I saw her.
Well, most skinny white people do run when they see me, so I wasn't surprised.
So his gymnastic skills, because Justin did say he did gymnastics in high school.
And weren't you?
had-
Until I was 15, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were preparing for the Olympics,
No, when I quit... Oh, jeez.
or maybe I over-exaggerate my thoughts.
When
I
I
don't think
quit
so.
and started coaching, I was a level 1, which was qualified as Olympic training if I wanted to move to Phoenix and do the Bella Caroli
Sell your soul.
sell my
Yeah.
soul to
Yeah.
the sport. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, I see
I
level
didn't.
1 as the lowest level before 0.
Well, for guys, it's all changed.
I'm a
now,
level
but
1 gymnast.
For female gymnasts, the higher you were skill-wise, the higher your number. For guys, it was vice versa.
So do you still do gymnastics
confusing.
now? Do you still use the workouts and all that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I can still do a lot of it.
Could we do a quick video of you doing something out on the sidewalk?
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no,
can
not
we?
on the side. No, not on the
Why?
sidewalk.
Would you prefer in the street?
No. Like sand, a grassy field.
Oh, so you're. Oh,
Well, there's room between those homeless tents over there. We could
Yeah.
probably
We
go over
could.
there.
so he's a high maintenance gymnast.
I could swing from the trees.
Like, Like he likes green M&Ms in his dressing room as well.
Yes.
If there's any blue ones, his throat will swell.
So is there anything else, Vivica, that you can share with us that you know about Justin that we don't know?
No, there's
Hold
a lot
on.
of... I've actually always wondered this because I've never seen Justin shirtless, like the texture of his back. Like... Because when you
It's
when you
smooth.
hold on, like when you look at his face, like you think, oh, he could be like a Twinkie bear or like a Twinkie cub because he has a hairy face all the time.
I thought he was an otter.
Is that an otter?
We talked about this before.
Yeah, otter. I think
Okay.
I fall into the otter category.
That's what he was.
But see, I've been told by a bear bartender before that I fell under the otter category.
Oh.
And we're slightly different, Justin.
I think you're a cub.
Okay. I just don't want to be a bear.
No. Well, do you have chest hair?
When I don't shave. Well, like right now it's like stubbly because like I shaved yesterday.
Yeah.
But like if I don't shave, yeah, I have a hairy chest.
So there's
You're like a cub.
So Justin pretty much keeps his secrets to himself.
Yeah, like he
I mean,
keeps
if
his
you
back hair
ask-
to himself.
No, I don't have back hair. I'm not ecstasy.
But okay, I've never seen my sister's back to say whether it's hairy or not. I have seen her shoulders and her arms though.
Your sister?
Sasquatch.
Ecstasy Inferno.
Oh.
Sasquatch.
Yeah,
Sasquatch.
and like she is lucky that she's blonde.
That's
Like I do not have that luck.
very true.
Like I gotta be flexible, like from the rib cage up, because ain't nobody gonna shave my shoulders and my arms for me. Like I gotta do that myself.
But you have a ton of drag kids. They won't come over and take care of mama.
No. When I subconsciously prepare someone that I would like to adopt and give my name to, they'll always like massage my shoulders and make sure my feet are warm. They'll put the blanket over my feet, kind of thing, and take care of me. But the moment that they're my child, they don't care. I'll be like, oh my gosh, like Hiroshima, massage mama's shoulders, and she'll be like, you.
Welcome to parenthood.
Yeah, exactly.
They got the name
like-
and they moved on.
Or like sugar pill, like rub mama's feet. They're achy. I just did a full night of drag. Shut up. I'm gonna go eat some cardboard. And where's my father? I love him.
Oh yeah, who is Sugar Pill? Oh, Caleb, right?
Caleb, Athens.
Yeah.
Well, we're sitting here. This is a Caravan of Glam presents. I'm Don Newton with Justin Buckles, and our special guest host today is Vivica Valentine.
Hero.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is a Caravan of Glam presents on Wild Planet Radio, 99.1 FM. You got me, Don Newton,
Justin Buckles.
our special guest host.
Vivica Valentine, Rose Empress 57.
And joining us in studio is Patrick Thomas of Ironside Fitness.
Training.
Ironside Training.
Ironside
At East.
training. It's like
Ironside
IT.
Training.
Ironside training. It's like, do you have it?
Oh, I'd love to have it.
It's not.
Ironside Training at Eastside Strength and Performance.
Yes.
Did I get it all right?
It was a mouthful, but you got it.
Patrick Thomas.
I love a mouthful.
Chime in, Vivica. Chime in.
Oh my God.
We were talking about fitness, weren't we, earlier,
Yes,
Vivica?
I would love to receive a mouthful from Patrick.
Oh my God. So people know you as personal trainer, but you prefer like a life coach.
I thought we established last time it
We
was
did.
personal trainer to the stars.
But we're establishing it for our listeners.
For our listeners,
He's being
gotcha.
really sassy with me.
Yeah, he is.
What the heck?
Spanking.
Yeah.
Vivica's
Spanking.
jealous.
I would totally spank him, but he intimidates me. He took my cigarettes and threw them across the room.
I
We're-
didn't like them. I'm
So-
keeping them.
Let's talk
you
about,
keep whatever you want of mine.
Stronger Together.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
That's the campaign. Myself and Jayla and also Michaela of Ironside Training have been working on a campaign to create awareness and also to just empower those of the LGBTQ community.
And Jayla is Jayla Rose Sullivan, who is part of the Caravan of Glam.
Correct.
Yes, just so we know who everybody is. And Michaela is a personal trainer also.
Yes, she is.
Your significant other.
That's true. If you want to know
Oh,
the
look at
details.
me.
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I know.
Wow, I'm so disappointed. I was really enjoying hearing him breathe into the microphone. I'm done.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not done.
you're not
You can keep breathing.
Let the record note that Don spoiled it for you, not myself.
Okay, Don, you spoiled my dream.
Okay, so
I was
let's
keeping the dream alive.
You were.
That's what I do.
You were keeping it a mystery. Darn it.
Stronger
man of
Together.
mystery.
Where did this idea come from?
It came from a situation with Michaela's sister, actually. That's probably the point of origin. Her sister, who is 28 now, she recently just came out to her family. And we were all like, well, I wasn't super shocked. And some of the guys kind of in the significant others of the guys, we were kind of like, we could kind of tell. But the sisters were really surprised that their sister spent 28 years like living this secret and not telling anyone. And realizing like how much of a struggle she went through and how hard it was for her to just to come out to her sisters, who were very open-minded and supportive. We began to realize that so many people are living this lie, and they're alone and they're suffering, and we just wanted to empower those who are living quietly right now to know that it's okay to come out, that there's going to be people out there like myself, all the people here at Caravan, that you're going to have a huge support group. People you may not even know actually will be by your side if you come out. So this whole campaign came about because we want to empower those to know that it's okay to be your true self.
And so tell us specifically about the campaign. I know there's t-shirts.
Yes.
What can we do to help?
Well, we want to both create awareness, and we also want to raise money for the issue. So we were looking at different ways to kind of identify like a statistic, something that would kind of ring home to how much of an issue this is. So me and Jayla, we went to the internet and we looked for suicide rates. And what we found was that about 117 people commit suicide a year. And of that 117, it's about 40% from the LGBTQ community, which like blew my mind. Like 40% of 117 people. That's not right.
That's significant.
It's just under half.
It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you do the math on that, it comes down to about 47 people today are taking their lives just because they don't feel like they can be themselves.
Wait, 117 people a day?
A day in the U.S.
Day.
Was there any of those in that statistics as far as the age group?
They talked a lot about teens. Yeah, a lot of teens and younger folks.
That's really sad.
It's incredibly sad. And it's just such a loss.
Those are babies. Those are children that don't even have to feel that at such a young age.
And it's because they're bullied. I mean, we live in a state where it's much more accepting, but we can't let that stop us from thinking that everywhere in the U.S. is as supportive as we are.
Exactly.
And so the t-shirts we can find where?
They're going to be on the Ironside website, ironsidetraining.com. You can also contact myself or Jayla personally through Facebook if you wanted to.
We'll put them on Caravan too, on the Caravan page. Oh, we can put a link on the website too.
So are the proceeds from these t-shirt purchases, or even if somebody wanted to make a donation, who is this to benefit? Where is it going?
Is going to go to the It Gets Better project, which is a great organization started by Dan Savage.
Yeah, Dan Savage.
Yeah. And he's doing a great job right now of talking about this issue and raising awareness for, again, these suicide rates, which is it's not cool. Like, we can't let this happen. I feel more motivated than ever to speak about this because this is a great time for all of us to basically go and just shout from the rooftops and be like, we support this issue. And by being quiet, you're allowing it to happen.
Yeah.
And so let's ask the question too. I'll ask that of Vivica and to Justin. When people say, and we've several previous guests talking about advice to the youth, and people say, well, it does sound cliche, but it does get better. In your experience throughout your careers and your life, has it gotten better? Did you ever have that point where you didn't feel it was going to?
I never felt bullied at all. Oh no, it's really weird, but I had a great childhood. I had a great high school experience. I've never experienced a lot of stuff that a majority of the LGBTQ community does. And I feel really fortunate. I don't know how I avoided it all, but
I don't know how you avoided it.
I mean, I did. Maybe it happened and I just blocked it out because I don't want to.
Have you as an adult?
No.
With me growing up, I definitely got bullied. I went through different phases of childhood when it came to bullying, though. In grade school, I was specifically bullied because my family was not financially well. And, I grew up Hispanic with, 4 siblings, a mother who might as well should have been single, who worked all the time with, a pointless father. So for me personally, I was bullied because I was poor. Really, I wasn't wearing the cool Sonic the Hedgehog glow tennies that everyone else was doing, and then when it came to middle school, I was bullied because of my weight and my ethnicity of being Hispanic. And then coming into high school, I was bullied for my way in for being gay. So I kind of went through different levels of it. And like I had a horrible childhood because of it. Really?
There's several layers to that.
Yeah, several layers. Yeah, I'm an onion.
Were there tears?
Yeah.
But has it gotten better?
Yes, it's gotten better. But
Did anybody ever say that to you, and did you believe it at the time?
No one ever said that to me. And if they would have, I wouldn't have believed it. There was nothing standing behind it that would have made me believe somebody. If they would have said, oh, it's going to get better, or it does get better, like, I wouldn't have believed it anyways. I guess it doesn't really matter whether someone would have told me or not. I wouldn't have bought it. But yeah, it gets better. It gets better once you decide to accept yourself and who you are as a person. But it gets harder too. It gets better, but it gets harder. Like, it doesn't get easier ever. Well, and if it does, for me, I'll let y'all know. But it hasn't gotten easier for me. But that just drives me even more to fight for those who are in my place that I was in growing up, make it better for them now so that they don't have to wait till they're an adult, if they make it to adulthood, for it to get better.
So this campaign, Patrick, that you guys have put together, Stronger Together, is very timely, and hopefully it'll send that message to do that. I mean, and this is going to be an ongoing. This isn't an expiration date, or we're going to be running it through. This is going to always be there.
Yeah, we hope to just grow the campaign. We don't want it just to be selling T-shirts. We want to have something go viral as best we can. Part of this came about because I recognized the Kill 22 campaign. If you guys are familiar, I think a bunch of fitness and veterans that got together and were discussing how to raise awareness for the 22 suicides that happen amongst veterans every day. Just to let people know that there's support for veterans out there. So they came with a campaign to film yourself doing 22 push-ups every single day for 22 days.
Oh, I saw that. I did see that on Facebook.
Yeah.
I've seen that on social media.
Yeah,
okay.
So that was part of the inspiration for this campaign. Is I wanted to create a movement where we could have, say, like do a plank for 47 seconds to honor and recognize the number of suicides per day. So that's going to be starting soon.
What does this mean to you to put this together?
It means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm obviously not excited about the fact that it's still a problem, but it's something that we can use to make a difference. To me, like, it's all about making an impact, and this is one of those opportunities. I really feel it is an opportunity to partner with Jayla and you guys and talk about a really important issue and hopefully have this thing kind of like spread.
So where can we go to get more information, to support?
Well, Justin said he's going to start posting about this, right?
Yeah, I'll put a link on our website because we're getting tons of traffic on our website.
Awesome.
And then we'll post it on Facebook.
And
Because I
then-
can take over and post all the stuff.
Yeah, we're going to be
a couple times a week.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, we're going to have it on the ironsidetraining.com website, and we'll be starting videos soon. We'll have myself and other clients doing their best and funnest plank.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, like if I can get that website either from you,
I'll
Justin.
send it all to you.
Yeah, like I can spread that on my Facebook as well, and we can put it on the
and we could-
Rose Court Facebook.
Vivica, you could do a 47-second plank right now, and we could video it. Put it on.
When I hear,
Do it for me,
when-
Vivica.
Can I hear you breathe?
Do it for me.
Oh, you better stop it. Oh, you better stop it. Oh my gosh.
Let's see a plank.
I'll be
Let's
honest.
see the first plank.
Like, I barely even know what that is. Like, when I hear plank, I think like walk the plank. Like, I really do. Like, isn't that like a pose of some kind? A 47-second pose?
Yeah.
I can
Pretty
totally,
much.
I'm good at posing.
Well, maybe
No,
if you're
not
lucky,
using-
Patrick will show you.
Oh, I would love for
should we-
Patrick to show me.
should we do it
And in
together?
return, I will do anything together with you. Like, I will do anything together with you. And I would even buy your shirt off of your back for your campaign right now.
You'll probably buy the shirt I'm wearing right now, too.
Oh, I would. I would. I doubt
She'll
it.
buy that one,
I
too.
doubt it fits me, but I'm sure it smells like your body.
Okay.
I got a 20 in my purse with your name on it.
So ironsidetraining.com.
Yeah. .com. Yeah.
Okay, that's where we go to get more information. Caravan of GLAM. You can also go
.com.
there. And then at some point it will be on Vivica.
Yes.
Is this
Something will be on
this plank
Vivica.
not happening?
No,
This plank is
it's
happening.
not.
Is that shirt coming
It's
off of
happening.
your back?
We're doing it right now.
Is that shirt coming off of your back?
Okay, we're going to video this. We're going to take a break. No! That's Caravan of GLAM Presents. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Justin with Wild Planet Radio and the Caravan of GLAM Presents. Don't forget to connect with us. Facebook, Wild Planet Radio, Twitter, @Wild Planet Radio, Instagram, Wild Planet Radio, and of course, # Wild Planet Radio. Tell your friends, share the news of WPR on social media, and stream us 24/7 at wildplanetradio.com.
Hey, this is Sugar Pill. Welcome back to Caravan of Glam Presents on Wild Planet Radio.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is the Caravan of Glam Presents. Got my my partner in crime, my co-host,
Tiny Prancer.
Justin Buckles, and myself, Dawn Newton. And our special guest host with us this afternoon is Vivica Valentine.
What up, doll?
So how many titles do you have?
You want some cherries?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Like presently, or that I've had like
Okay,
in total?
presently, what's your title presently?
Well, my title right now is Rose Empress 57 of the Imperial Sovereign Rose Court, which is the oldest 501c3 nonprofit gay LGBT. Well, throw in the Q as well, just for fun. Charity organization in Oregon.
So that's just, so is that Empress? It's not just Portland. You just said it's all of Oregon.
Oh no, Portland, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so how many other titles have you held?
Oh gosh. I don't mean oh gosh in the sense of so many, because I really haven't. Well, my first official title was Miss Gay Pride, 2008-2009, I believe. Yeah, Miss Gay Pride. And then right after that, I ran for La Femme Magnifique plus Oregon, and I won that. And then that took me to internationals, which I lost by just a small amount of points.
Where's internationals at?
It's held at the convention center each year.
Here in Oregon.
Yeah, in September. It's like Memorial Day or Veterans Day, whatever the day is that honors dead people or something. I don't get government holidays. I don't believe in governments and things like that a lot of the time. I really don't. But people think I'm a communist, so I don't talk about it that much. But it's like on whatever day that honors dead people or veterans or people that survived death. September 5th or 6th, whatever that first holiday in September is.
Labor Day weekend.
Yes, Labor Day. Yes, or they honor the people that labor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing drag? There's so many little other extra topics in that last little that you just gave. Yeah. We're gonna stick with this one.
Okay, perfectly fine. They honor mothers that birth children. They honor Hispanics who work construction. Labor Day weekend.
How long have you been doing drag?
Okay, so I started doing drag the summer of 2005, right around my birthday. So
wait, when's your birthday?
June 10th. You missed it, and you didn't give me a present. Thank you so much from me.
Oh, you're a Gemini?
Yes.
Oh.
I know.
Is that bad,
Explains
Justin?
a lot.
It explains why I'm so controversial and stubborn. And passionate. I'm so passionate about stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, whether it's in a good way or a bad way, but I'm very passionate. I'm so passionate about butts.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. So drag, what made you decide? Because you were discouraged. You
Yes.
and I had talked earlier.
Yes, I was discouraged when I first wanted to start doing it, and I would have started a year earlier if I wasn't discouraged so much.
Who discouraged you?
It was a lot of my peers, really, in the gay community. Because I went to the Escape nightclub for 2 years straight before I even started doing drag. And I went as a guy every weekend, Friday and Saturday, with a group of friends from Kelso, Washington, because that's where I lived before I moved to Portland. And we would come down every weekend for 2 years straight. And I was toying with the idea of doing it, and the friends that we had made in the Escape had told me that I shouldn't, or that it wouldn't be good because I didn't fit the right body type or the right physical image, which in their minds, it was the tall, skinny image of what a drag queen, quote unquote, should be.
A RuPaul.
Yeah, a tall, skinny form, pretty much. And my friends that I went down with, they just kind of discouraged me about doing it as well a little bit, just because I don't think they really saw me actually being fully committed to it. I don't know. I still don't know why they weren't for it. But specifically, there was a weekend at the Escape. It was a Latino night where they had a bunch of Latina drag queens from the Portland community come and do a show. And there was one specific queen who was this large and in charge, big busted, large drag queen who completely outshined every other Latina who was doing their little Paulina Rubio and Selena mixes. And she comes out and does some Thalia dance mix. And she was amazing. And her name is Kelly Johanna, by the way.
Kelly Johanna.
Mr. Buckles. I don't think I ever told you this story.
No, but I know Yeah, I've worked with Kelly before.
Oh, I love her. She's so
Yeah.
humble and talented. But anyways, that was my first encounter with her. Was watching her perform, and she was so phenomenal. She was actually my deciding factor of, you know what, screw all these other people's opinions of what something should be, because I just saw this huge drag queen, and she was beautiful, gorgeous, and talented, and I want that. Like, I refuse to let people stand in my way, and she was my deciding factor. And it was just coincidental that a few years later, I'd met her, and she became my drag mama.
I think that's awesome.
She's your drag mom?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it's kind of interesting too. So when you first did drag, where was it and what was that like?
It was in Kelso, Washington. Whenever I know your awkward smile
At the taco time?
at the taco time.
Right off the
Actually,
freeway.
no, it was at Burger King on Allen Street, right off the I-5 exit, going to Portland. Because I worked at
Wow.
Burger King at the time.
Okay, you're serious.
Yeah, I'm totally serious.
At Burger King.
Did you show up to work in drag?
I have done that before, yes.
Oh my God.
But all of my coworkers at Burger King knew that I was obviously gay, because once I fully came out, like, to my mom, like, and once I found out that she was loving and accepting of it, I could have cared less what other people's opinions were.
Right.
Like, it was weird, my process of coming out, because I cared what everybody's opinion was when I came out, up until I finally came out to my mom, who was the last person. And once I found out that she was completely fine with it and that she was going to love me either way, everybody else's opinion could have, like, gone in the dump for all I cared.
What about your father or your siblings? Do you have any?
Oh, gosh, do you really want to touch base on that? We could.
Oh my gosh, look at your face.
We could.
I guess we opened that one, didn't we?
Okay, so let's pull out the worms. So my dad...
This will be inspiration for others that are listening.
Inspiration
So
for
here
others
we
that are
go,
listening.
From Vivica Valentine.
Yes. So my dad wasn't the most accepting dad. He was over religious. He drugged me and my sisters to church, like, no joke, 3 or 4 days at least a week growing up.
What?
Yeah, we were raised Catholic. Like, no offense to anyone who's Catholic and who embraces that religion, but it's a horrible religion. But it was just horrible. He was over religious. I was afraid to even come out when my mom and my dad were even together, because I was afraid of what might have happened. So I didn't start coming out until about a year after my mom left him, which was the bravest thing she could have ever done. And then him and I finally started talking again a few years later. He found out I was gay. At first he was in denial, because I used to pull girls' hair all the time when I was little, when the reality of it was not that I was flirting with them, but I wanted their hair. But he was in denial for a bit, and then he embraced it. And then he found out a few years later from my oldest sister, Angelina, that I did drag, and he was in denial of that, and that enraged him a bit, because it was a dishonor for an Ayala male to be cross-dressing as a female. So once I heard that from my sister that he said that, I haven't talked to him since.
How long has that been?
Since that time frame, or since I talked to him last?
Since you talked to him last.
Close to 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I stopped counting. I didn't see the point in counting. There was no point to it. He wasn't the best father.
Caring?
Counting or caring.
Both.
Yeah, both, realistically. Like, he was physically present growing up, but as a father figure, he was never there. Like, he never bought me or my siblings Christmas presents. He didn't teach me how to read or tie my shoes. Like, he didn't buy us going back to school clothes or, like, school supplies, none of that stuff. Like, the money he got from his drug dealing, he sent to Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm totally open about my life. Like, I'll share any of it with anybody.
Wow.
But, yeah,
Do you even know where he is now?
La Mira, Michoacan, Mexico.
Okay, what?
La Mira, Michoacan. Y'all go find him. Jose Ayala Torres. Tell him I said, hey. He doesn't know Vivica Valentine, though.
Really? So
Yeah.
is he in the States or is he in Mexico?
Oh, he's in Mexico. He was deported.
Nice.
He's like the stereotypical, like, Mexican. Like, okay, so he married my mother when she was, I believe, 16, 16, parental consent from my grandmother, because I think she just wanted to get rid of my mom. So she was like, yeah, marry my daughter, have fun, have a blast, boop, boop. So when him and my mom married, they went through the process, and he was a legal citizen, but he was caught dealing drugs. Like, he never had a legitimate job once in my whole life, ever growing up. Ever. Like, that's not even a joke.
If you're just tuning in, this is a Caravan of Glam presents. We're talking with Empress Vivica Valentine.
Empress 57.
57.
Yes, with the Imperial Sovereign Rose Court, and I'm filled with a lot of dark humor.
Oh my God. Well,
Yes.
we're laughing, but we're not laughing like, oh my God, that is so funny that your father in this, but it's just the way you talk about it.
Well,
It's like, wow.
you got to approach things with humor sometimes to get through life.
So you got
sarcasm and humor.
Absolutely.
You do.
Yep.
So it's me, Justin Buckles, and our guest host, Vivica Valentine. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is a Caravan of Glam presents. What's your name?
Justin.
Justin Buckles and I, Vivica Valentine.
And I'm Dawn Newton. Vivica, give us your titles again. Right now, you're currently...
Currently Rose Empress 57 of the Imperial Sovereign Rose Court.
That's a mouthful.
Oh, I know. I can make it longer. Her Most Imperial Majesty, Rose Empress 57 of the Imperial Sovereign Rose Court of the Inland Empire of Portland, Oregon.
Do you get to keep the crown?
Yes. If I finish my year.
How many crowns do you have?
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
So I have my gay pride crown, my step down gay pride crown. I have my La Femme crown. But when you step down, you don't get a step down crown unless you buy your own. And I'm cheap. Like, I ain't gonna buy my own. Get out of here. I have my princess crown, my step down princess crown. So that's 6. And now I have my empress crown, lucky number 7. Actually, I have 8 if you count my traveling empress crown. Because we have a traveler crown as well.
Where do you store
But
them?
you don't keep that traveler, do
No.
you?
The traveler crown passes down from one empress to another. So, like, if you look on the inside of it, you can see where it's been broken a lot. And it's been soldered back together each and every time.
So are they real diamonds?
Yes.
Shut up. Are you serious? Like, I don't even know if they're like Swarovskis or like cubic zirconium.
Someone just broke a bunch of glass and glued it.
Yeah, someone shattered somebody's windshield of their car and glued it in. Like, that's what they are.
So where do you store them? Are they in their own little boxes, or are they on a shelf? Where
Depends on which ones you're talking
in
about.
a closet.
Okay, so my most commonly used one as of right now is obviously my Empress crown. I'll tell you where that is in a second. But all my other crowns, I have on a shelf in my drag room downstairs at home. So, like, I have them on shelves. I think one of them is, like, stuck in a wig from, like, last year's gay pride pageant. But as of right now, this very moment, my Rose Empress crown is in my laundry room sitting on my washer.
Sitting on your washer.
Yep.
Why?
Because I took it off as soon as I got home yesterday from the parade, and I was like, I am done. I plopped it on my washer because I didn't want to hold it in my hand between the laundry room and the drag room, which coincidentally are next to each other. That's just how my mind was processing it. I didn't want to hold anything in my hands. I was exhausted. I was sweaty. I was achy.
You're just done.
I was done.
Done.
It's how I say it. Done. D-U-N. Done.
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 So where did Vivica Valentine come from? Who named you, or did you name yourself?
A little bit of both, I guess. Originally, my first drag name was Roxy Valentine when I was living in Kelso, Washington. Originally, I wanted it to be Roxy Hart because I loved the movie Chicago when it came out, right? And then some named Roxy Hart who lived in Portland. Turns out she was already Roxy Hart, and I did my research at the time via MySpace. And I found out from friends that I had that lived in Portland that there was already a Roxy Hart in Portland. So before I even met Roxy Hart, I was like, darn, okay, there's already a Roxy Hart. So I'm going to be Roxy something else. What's something like a heart? So I thought Valentine. Oh, I like the V sound. Valentine is very heartish. Roxy Valentine. So it just kind of hit. So I was Roxy Valentine for like 2 weeks when I first started doing drag. And then like 2 weeks into it, I just didn't like the name Roxy because there was already a Roxy Hart, and there was like 1 or 2 other Roxys that lived in Portland or like the Oregon area. And I didn't want to be categorized in a group of people. Like, I wanted to stand out as an individual, whether it be for my voice or how busted I looked or like how I performed or whatever. I wanted to stand out. So I knew that Roxy wasn't going to work. And at the time I was still going to the Escape, and I was very, is the word reclusive? I didn't have those many friends when I first started doing drag, other than like my Kelso friends. So they would always go dance on the dance floor and be sluts with people. And I would hang out at the juice bar with Becca Lamphere at the time was her last name, Lamphere. And she worked there. So her and I became very close friends, and like I would help her change out the toilet paper rolls like in the bathrooms at the Escape, or like wipe down the counters like at the juice bar, or help her recycle the Rockstar cans like throughout the night while I was in drag, because she was the closest person that I knew. Aside from my Kelso friends. So I hung out with her pretty much all night at the Escape. And one night, I was venting to her about the whole Roxy thing. And she was like, okay, well, what's your last name again? And I was like, Valentine, but I don't want to switch that. I like it. And she was like, okay, we like Valentine. We'll let it stick. So your new drag name is Vivica. And I just like sat back. And my first thought was, I don't want a 3-syllable name. Like, that's too hard, too difficult. No one's going to remember me.
Oh, my God.
I really was thinking that. At first, I was like, I don't like this name. But it was a lot better than Roxy at the time. So I was like, Vivica, are you sure? It's 3 syllables. And like at the at the time at the Escape, like all the drag queens at the Escape at the time were like 2-syllable names. There was Sable, there was Jinx, there was Jackie, there was Tink, there was Britta. Right there, 5 drag queens off the top of my head. There were Karma, 6 drag queens, all with 2-syllable names. And here I am, the non-tall, non-skinny, Latina fat drag queen with a 3-syllable name. So I wasn't excited about it at first, but again, it was a lot better than Roxy. So I was like, okay, I'll be Vivica.
So how many drag queens, Justin, do you know consider how many syllables are in their name when they're choosing their name?
None. I never had heard that.
That's so funny.
Isn't it? I think it's funny now, but I took it so seriously back then.
Is that a Gemini thing?
Maybe it is.
I don't know.
Justin can't answer this. Like, he's not a Gemini.
I don't.
It's a gymnastics.
Well, yeah, supposedly. A wannabe.
So when you first did your drag, who helped you? Where did you learn how to dress, your makeup, your presentation, your persona? Who is Vivica?
At first, nobody helped me, actually.
Vivica's a mess.
Yo mama's a mess. So, I don't know your mama that way. So at first, nobody helped me. Like, I just winged it. My first wig that I ever wore was from Goodwill. I know, right? It was from Goodwill. The first makeup I used was from Goodwill. I know.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of scary.
Do you have pictures?
On MySpace.
All right, we're gonna get them.
If I
We'll
can,
find
by all means, if you can find Vivica Valentine on MySpace, go ahead.
The wig is bad enough from Goodwill, but makeup from Goodwill?
Yeah, like I didn't know where drag queens found makeup, or like if it was special kind of makeup, or like everyday CoverGirl, Maybelline, whatever. So I just found this makeup at Goodwill, which probably shouldn't have even been sold, but they done sold it to me, and I bought it. It was a whole tackle box of random makeup that came with like some dirty brushes. Like I cleaned the brushes with like just like dish soap and water, because that's all I knew how to clean it with, and that's how I started doing my makeup. And like I had no idea what the word conceal was, or highlight, contour. I had no idea what contour was.
So did somebody take pity on you and take you under their wing, or did you just learn on your own?
No, someone definitely took pity. Oh my gosh, that is from my MySpace
Justin's
days.
showing a Vivica picture.
But that wasn't when I first started. That was like in my in-between days.
So who took you under their wing?
Jersey Cities, actually.
Oh, Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey's the one that actually took me under her wing.
Jersey.
When a lot of people just kind of like shunned me and like turned their back on me. Like I would ask for help all the time from different people. But Jersey's actually the one that took me under her, like, I guess, drag wing, and taught me everything she knew about drag. She taught me how to prep my face. She taught me how to do makeup. She taught me how to tuck, which sounds gross, but like if you're a drag queen, you need to tuck your junk. Like, well, if you want to be that kind of a drag queen, but you know, there's sissy boy queens, which are cool too. Don't tuck your junk, whatever. But at the time, she taught me how to tuck. She taught me how to wear hip pads. She taught me the wonderful world of wearing a half a dozen pairs of tights.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like she taught me all of that.
So between today and you've been doing this for almost 10 years, how have you seen drag evolved, or like what's your advice to those that want to, the youth maybe that are considering drag?
Oh yes. Don't follow other people's advice. Listen to it and take it and absorb it if you feel that it makes sense to you. But don't conform to other people's expectations of what your drag should be, especially if you're someone in the youth or someone who's very new to drag. Like, don't conform to someone else's idea. Like, do your research. Find out what kind of drag queens there are. See what kind of group you might fit into. Or create your own group. Like, be your own idea of what a drag queen is. Like,
There is no right or wrong.
Yeah, there really is no right or wrong. I could be wrong, but I believe it was Bob Mackie that said that there is no right or wrong way of doing your makeup, which I strongly believe in. Like, your makeup could be busted from, you know, chin to like temple, in my opinion, but it doesn't mean you're doing it the right way or the wrong way. Yeah, maybe it was their intent. It just means that for my style, you know, I don't like it. But, you know, your makeup's not on my face, so I'm not going to give you grief over your shitty makeup.
So, Vivica, if somebody wants to find you or reach out to you, where would you like us to go?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook, Vivica V. Valentine, which that Facebook should be unblocked within the next week by Facebook police. By the Facebook Popo. In the meantime, you can find me on Facebook at Vivica Valentine without the V, without the middle V. Like, I don't have a middle V right now, but I originally have a huge middle V.
So which one will you be checking? Which one do you normally check?
Oh, I check both of them right now, but it's so tedious because people will tag me and stuff on my original Facebook, the one with the middle V. But I can't respond to it right now. So if you've messaged me in the last 3 weeks and I haven't responded, I'm not being shady. It just means I can't respond to you. I'm just blocked by the Facebook Popo. That's all. I shared a political, political-based, charity-based post of a friend of mine, and it was reported by some hateful mongrel who probably had 5 chins and no life.
So how much longer are you blocked? A couple weeks?
Oh God, no. I was
Just
blocked at the beginning of this month. So I'd say about maybe a week and a couple days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just go check and see if you're there.
By all
right.
means.
Well, we appreciate you coming in, sharing your story, and being our guest host today.
Thank you.
This is the Caravan of Glam presents on Wild Planet Radio. I've got myself and Mr.
Justin Buckle.
Tana Prancer. We'll be right back. Hey, we want to thank you all for tuning in this hour. The Caravan of Glam presents on Wild Planet Radio, where we're streaming at wildplanetradio.com. You can also find rebroadcasts of our shows. Where can we find them, Justin?
By going to YouTube and typing in Caravan of Glam, and our channel will come up, or on our website, www.caravanofglam.com.
That's right. We want to thank our special guest, Vivica Valentine.
Aw, thank you so much for having me.
Y'all have a good weekend.